Live on digital television, The Show, celebrating the best boys basketball players in Colorado. The Show, a presentation of Biokats Sports Network. Producers of showcase events and academic elite camps for student athletes. Basketball, volleyball, soccer, football, and baseball. Biokats.com.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado. We're on the campus of the Metropolitan State University of Denver. It's an all-star Saturday featuring the top 20 basketball players in the state of Colorado. The Show 2018 from Metro State. That's coming up here on Stream It Sports. And we're back here to the campus of Metropolitan State University of Denver. Auraria Event Center is the facility, and we're getting ready to watch the announcements of the top 20 boys basketball players in the state of Colorado. We'll let the public address announcer take over and announce all these fine players.
Number 5, Joel Scott. From Rockhaven, number 6, Tyson Gilbert. From Chaparral High, number 7, Ronnie McRae III. From Grandview, number 18, Prim. From Chaparral, number 9, Kobe Sanders. And wearing number 10 tonight from George Washington High, Trey Pierce. Blue and Coach Michael Rogers from Grandview with him the entire set. And now, here's the roster for the White Team. From Denver East, number 1, Ron Marble. From Denver East, number 2, David Booth. From Sterling High, number 3, Odie Hume. From South Bend, number 4, Brendan LaRose. From Mesa Ridge, number 5, Kevin Nelson. From Smoky Hill, number 7, Kenny Foster. From Highlands Ranch, number 8, Brendan Sullivan. From Smoky Hill, wearing number 9, John Hart. From Smoky Hill, wearing number 10, William Becker. From Castleview, wearing number 6, Chase Henniger. And from Overland, wearing number 2, Tucson Rabbit. Head coach Anthony Martin and his staff from Smoky Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play basketball.
Okay, center court getting ready to start off this top 20 basketball all-star event here at the Metro State University of Denver. We're on the campus here at the Auraria Event Center, home of the Roadrunners. A lot of great basketball has been played in this facility, including 2 national championship basketball teams under head coach Mike Dunlap with Metro State Roadrunners. So we're just beginning play here. A blue team against a white team. You see a bank shot from long distance. That is John Hill Fugit, one of the fine point guards in the state of Colorado. An outside release from Dalen Coots from East High, and Sam Maston's going to try to match that. A little off there. Battle for a loose ball. There's Fugit driving. Fun part of games like this is these guys know each other so well. know how they like to operate, including Fugit inside, looking for a pass to the outside. John Harge, a good defensive play. Thistlewood miss, strong board attempt from Ronnie DeGray. Quick transition the other way, and that'll result in an easy layup for Dalen Coots from Denver East, a future Colorado Buffalo. He's going to play for Coach Tad Boyle and a bunch of other local talent up there in Boulder. Foster going for the oop. That's off. Trying to get Bodie Hume some love for the white team. There'll be more opportunities throughout this event for dunks. There's Thistlewood over to DeGray. Three-point shot. That's one of the fun parts of Ronnie DeGray. I mean, he's got the size and he's got a man body for just being a junior. But he can hit that outside shot. He can also bring it up the floor, too. So impressive work already. As you see Kenny Foster take a baseline shot. Another one of the non-seniors participating in the show 2018. Kenny Foster with a nice shot. He was also here last year. Maston off, bringing it up the floor. Kuntz all the way. They missed that opportunity. Guys are already starting to smile with what they think they're going to be able to do here. And there is John Harge working with it. Off. Thistlewood to Maston, right through the middle. And it's one of the great traits about Sam Maston. Great outside shooter for Rock Canyon High School. He will be playing for Jeff Linder at the University of Northern Colorado. Ability to drive. Quan Marble getting a score. One of those East High School players out there on the floor. Thistlewood with a step back fade, and that doesn't fall. Guys getting used to the rims here at Metro State. Big smile from Dane Prim, a state champion. What a great run for Michael Rogers, who is coaching the blue team. So there'll be a lot of points on the board, as would be the case on any all-star exhibition event. As Fugit quickly sticks that one. Ball's off a little bit, and here comes Sam Maston. All right, some defense there from Bodie Hume. 3A Player of the Year coming out of Sterling. Playing for Coach all the way up there. And then a foul from Ronnie DeGray will get you the dunk right here. So you look at the replay. Looks like the guys are trying to get Hume these opportunities, and there it is, the flush from Bodie Hume. Thistlewood blocked by Hume. Bodie will be playing with Sam Maston at Northern Colorado. So an 8-point spread here, and see fans coming in and out. We just got to enjoy the ladies in the top 20 game. And they're kind of filtering out of the gym. You can see them on the corners here as you get the wide shot. In a moment here, we'll be joined by Bill Benton from Lewis Palmer. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter of the Show 2018 All-Star Game. If you're watching some of the fine athletes getting after each other. We'll talk to Coach Benton in just a moment from LP. As we see Hume get one off from the outside. Oh, no look pass underneath, and he finds Brendan LaRose from Falcon High School, a future Skyhawk who's going to play with Fort Lewis College. So there's Chase Hettinger from Castleview. And they get it down low once again, and there's Bodie Hume. So Bodie Hume has been active. And let's talk to Bill Benton from Lewis Palmer High School. What a great run. Congratulations again, making a second consecutive state final. I mean, I know that, that's not the final result you want, but it certainly shows, what kind of program you have down here. One of your players is going to be participating in this game, right?
Just had a nice dunk a minute ago.
Joel is, let's see, where's Joel? Number 5 out there for the blue team. Different look, you have to redial your eyeballs.
Yes, it's not black or white or orange or anything, but he looks good out there.
You see a shot from the corner there, so Hettinger from Castleview splashes a 3. What's the fun part of an event like this, Coach?
Just seeing so much talent out on the floor and getting a chance to watch them actually go play. They spend all season, following the system and doing all the that kind of stuff. That's the fun part of it, guys.
And there's Hettinger from Castleview.
Right.
Is that a kid that you see? I mean, he's 5A, Castleview, Douglas County. Are you aware of him?
Definitely aware of him.
Oh, okay.
We've seen some stuff. Our schedule throughout the summer, schedule throughout the season. We've got a couple more 5As. We picked up Chaparral next year. We'll play Doherty next year. We'll play Liberty again. So we try and get some 5As on our schedule, but we're used to seeing Brendan.
Yeah, I was going to say
Brendan
he's from Falcon down. That
yeah.
was Brendan LaRose from Falcon High School with the jam on the follow right there. And
yes.
Yeah.
We're very familiar with that.
Right. And Tyson Gilbert. So there's 2 field goals in a row for Tyson Gilbert from Rock Canyon High School as you hear the buzzer sound. And boy, you can see it starting to ramp up here. Do you? How much do you enjoy where it gets loose to where we're going to see a bunch of dunks and play's going to be loose?
Coached in the PPAC All-Star game versus the 5A CSMLs last week, and I think that score was 125 to 122. Okay. And as a defensive-minded coach, that's really hard because you just sit there and you go, get one stop, just get a stop. But no, it's a lot of fun watching guys just be able to go and not have to worry about the system. Go play, go show your strengths, and then they're watching their relationships grow.
Right.
It's a great time for them, and they know each other through club. They know each other through playing throughout the season, but these kind of events where they get to practice and play and do stuff, it's fun to watch their relationships grow as well.
Yeah, it's just kind of a basketball extravaganza to finish off the year as you see the second quarter get started, and immediately down the floor is Hettinger from Castleview getting a bucket. Dane Prim off that time and a rebound from Marble. Any one player, we'll let you go in a moment so you can enjoy this as you see Harge from Smoky Hill get a bucket there. Any one player that if we weren't aware of all these guys that you're like, you need to take a peek at this guy?
I mean, it's hard to say that Bodie's an unknown, but being a 3A, not being around, definitely he's somebody that is going to catch everybody's eye. He's a great basketball player, great athlete, and it's fun to watch him play. I think Brendan LaRose from Falcon is kind of he had a breakout year this year. So there's a couple of good kids out there that you enjoy watching.
So Bill Benton, the head coach from Lewis Palmer High School, says keep an eye on Bodie Hume from Sterling, certainly Dane Prim, who just got the jam there for the blue team out of Grandview. He's a state champ, and then, and that's part of the fun part. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that, Bill.
Thank you
so much.
Thanks for having me.
So we're into the second quarter here as John L. Fugett's going to push up the floor. We've seen that so often. Maston from the outside, and that's a splash. The RC kid who's going to play for UNC, doing quite well. In a moment here, we'll be joined by Anthony Harden, who is coaching the white team in this event. Got a couple of exchanges here. A few shots as Maston elevates and gets the layup to fall. So fun stuff. The oop, and that was Kuntz trying to set up John Harge there, and that's your boy. In a moment, we're going to talk to Anthony Harden from Smoky Hill High School. Here's the setup for Thistlewood. So Thistlewood out of Golden High School, showing off his hops right there. He's going to play at Drake University in Iowa. And there's a quick answer from Quan Marble out of Rudy Carey's East High Angels. He's a junior, so he has opportunities ahead of him. Fugett a miss there. It comes back out to Johniel, and it'll rotate around to Maston with a miss and a strong board by Quan Marble. Hello. Buddy, look out. Here it comes. Kuntz with the dunk. Fugett underneath. Uses the rim. Gets the reverse. It's fun time here at Auraria Event Center. Just 3 minutes in, roughly, into the second quarter of this top 20 game. The Show 2018. An event that, as an event brand has established since 2001. Dane Prim smiling. Able to kiss one off the glass before Kenny Foster can chase. So some Smoky Hill Buffaloes are being active in this quarter. Joining us is Anthony Harden, who is the head coach from Smoky Hill High School and also coaching this white team here. What are you thinking so far?
A lot of fun. We get these guys together, and it's just the talent in our state is remarkable.
What makes our talent so remarkable?
And I was actually talking about this with my assistants over there during the game. 5 or 10 years ago, our best players were going to the Big Sky or the Big West Conference.
Yes.
And now we got guys in the Big 12. We got guys going to Drake. We got guys going to major D1s all over the country, and it's just really a fun thing for our community here in Colorado.
What do you think it's elevating in terms of the talent level?
People are putting in work behind the scenes.
Okay.
Our club teams are working guys out year-round. Student athletes are working on their game 6 o'clock in the morning, then going to school and then going to practice. And, those things have just snowballed into being successful and becoming better players.
There's a young man who knows about D1 players. Joel Scott feeding. That was Marcel Barbie, who will eventually be playing some D1 football after going the route of Iowa Western Community College. But I mentioned Scott. His brother Josh, of course, played at CU.
I feel like they've had 8 brothers that have played.
It doesn't stop. And you really need to bottle those genetics. And that should be, we should use that for centuries to come. What's kind of fun with this and your role in this event is you get to coach a bunch of guys that aren't necessarily connected to you, right?
Right.
Are there 1 or 2 or 3 guys that you're like, I'm glad to be around you, at least for this night?
Oh, well, it was a lot of fun. I actually was talking to the director before the game. I wanted to switch teams because I've been around and coached and been around Sam Madsen and John L. Fugett since they were 7 and 8 years old.
Right.
So I wanted a chance to coach him one last time. It didn't work out. But, I've known Dalen since he was a 6th grader. I've known Tucson, obviously. I was at Irving before Smoky Hill since he was a middle school kid. So outside of the Pueblo kid, with club ball these days, we're kind of around these guys since they're 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. We know these guys pretty well, and it's a special thing to be a part of their last high school game in Colorado.
Yeah, and that's an important thing to pump out there is that this is it. For these seniors, the 2018s, this will be the last time. I know it is for me. I won't see them play high school ball again. That was Dalen Kuntz, who was shooting at the free throw line as we're visiting with Anthony Harden, head coach of Smoky Hill. He's also coaching the white team right now, looking for some points. There's Dalen. So what makes Dalen special? You've known him since he was just a little knucklehead, right?
He's athletic as can be. And really, it's just his temperament, right? His highs are very steady, and his lows are very steady. He keeps the same posture, the same attitude, and the same intensity the whole game. And he just knows how to play, and he puts the ball in the basket.
Hello, Tyson Gilbert from C just flushed one with the left hand. Those are some things in this kind of atmosphere. You can find out Tyson's kind of a perimeter player, right? But then you find out, okay.
You know, Tyson's a kid I've known for a while too. I've known his dad and coaching here in Colorado, and he's going to be great down there at Pueblo. A great pickup for the staff down at CSU Pueblo.
Now the young man Bodie Hume from Sterling, who has the basketball, seems like the guys are trying to get him his touches. Is that kind of fun for you to be around him?
Yeah, well, we saw him last year. We went out to watch him in the 3A title game over there at DU. Great venue, electric atmosphere, and he was just the best player in the gym. So then some of my friends who were friends of mine and coach Colorado Hawks were like, let's get him in the gym and let's see how he looks with the other guys. And then we brought him on the other guys, and he was still the best player in the gym.
Well, right now the guys are matching dunks. Joel Scott on one end, Dalen Coots brings it down the other. And hey, thank you so much for visiting. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
I think you got a job to do right now.
My assistants are pretty good. They'll be all right. But
It's
thanks for
cash.
having me.
All right, thanks. Anthony Harden, who is the head coach out of Smoky Hill High School. They made the grade 8 this year after a Sweet 16 the previous year, so things are on the rise for Smoky Hill's program. Meanwhile, rising are a lot of these young athletes. You just saw the dunks from Joel Scott out of Lewis Palmer. That's Joel right there with the basketball being hunted by Dalen Kuntz. They get it to the inside, and you see a nice layup on the part of Tyson Gilbert. So Gilbert collecting points here in this all-star atmosphere, especially in the second quarter. Nice reverse there. First time we get to mention Brendan Sullivan out of Highlands Ranch. He's going to go play for Pryor Orser and the Colorado School of Mines. The Ore Diggers had an outstanding season, as we've become accustomed to out of the RMAC. Kuntz, what's he doing? Oh, can't get it to fall. And you see the fun stuff where Kobe Sanders out of Shap, he didn't even try to defend it. He just wanted to see what Dalen was going to do. That one is not going to earn a Phil Mildren highlight package, as we're under a minute to play here in the second quarter. Tucson Redding, Overland pushing up the floor. He's tripped up. Ball taken away, and here comes Marcel Barbie. Oh, here we go. Can't get it to fall. Casual defense on the part of Brendan LaRose. They were actually talking with each other. Again, two Southern Corridor guys. There's some T. Joel Scott with a block and then a follow. And LaRose getting a dunk there. Final shot. Gilbert hoisting it from half court. No? He's got Redding right in front of him. There it is. Quickly, still have time. And Joel Scott can't get one off. And that'll be the end of the first half of play. And a 2-point ball game. How about that? It's fun to watch in what elements and how they want to compete against each other, whether it's individual plays or thinking big picture. Well, right now it's just a 2-point game, and we'll take a break here. Live from the Auraria Event Center on the campus of Metropolitan State University of Denver. It's the show 2018. 2 more quarters of all-star entertainment coming up.
It's all the thing that freaked me out. It's like a real extension. Right.
All right, our halftime. Slam dunk contest. Each player Each player will have 45 seconds to make one scoreable dunk. If they miss their first or second attempt, they still have a chance to make one scoreable dunk. First up, Kits Henninger. Still has time, 45 seconds to get one scoreable dunk. Still has time, Kits. Next up from George Washington, Janelle Hugan. Our final four. Janelle Huggins. Marcel Barbie. Cody Hughes. And Francesca Sanevi.
The show 2018 getting ready for the final 2 quarters. Second half about to begin as Gilbert will push it into Sanders. See those 2 young men, Rock Canyon into Shap. And visiting with us is the head coach of, well, their team, the blue team, Michael Rogers from Grandview. Outside shot miss there, and you see a strong board from John Harge. Looks like he's looking to get some business done. So we're visiting with Michael Rogers, state champion head coach Michael Rogers from Grandview, as you just see the shot from Hettinger. Splash there. So, Coach, what are some of the good parts of being involved in this kind of event?
Just a recognition for the kids,
Okay.
you know, giving them one last shot, especially the seniors who are moving on, but it's one last time for everybody to see them and, you know, just let everybody know that we appreciate them and the way that they play and, you know, you're not here unless you had a decent game.
Are there 1 or 2 or 3 guys that you really are glad that get this kind of recognition and this kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, I think it's really important for, you know, the kids on the Eastern Plain and down south that we don't get to see. Like, Bodie, this is my first time seeing him.
Okay.
Man, can that kid play.
Yes, yes. Coach Holloway has some players up there in Sterling. You see Kenny Froster driving to the inside, challenged by this Dane Prim kid that you're aware of. And it looks like the ball fell through. But, you know, we were talking with Coach Benton from Lewis Palmer, too, and he was kind of saying the same thing. It's nice to see guys like Bodie Hume, you know, the kid out of Falcon, LaRose.
It would be interesting to see Bodie in 5A and just down here playing. I mean, this kid can play. I had no idea. I had heard about him, and the kids had told me about him, saying, hey, there's a kid up in Sterling and everything. And then just watching him right now, I'm thoroughly impressed. UNC got
That was the ball from out of Sterling to John Harge, Smoky Hill for the jam. And there's Harge and Bodie packing somebody's basketball underneath. Foster, no. Marble, yes. And an easy lay-in. So how about, you know, the opportunities? What does something like this do? You know, I know the common word's exposure. I try to shy away from that. It's marketing. I mean, you're talking about brand marketing, and these guys are brand. What are the opportunities here for being involved in something like this for the guys individually?
Well, I think it lets everybody else know that we have talent across the state. I mean, I get calls on kids, not only just on my team, but across the state, and coaches ask, hey, have you seen them? What do you think about them? Things like that. So, you know, other than exposure, it's just, you know, all these guys know each other from playing on the summer circuit too.
Right.
So it's good that they get back together, you know, now that the competitive part is over, and just enjoy each other.
2 straight dunks, Joel Scott from Lewis Palmer, and then you just saw Dane Prim from Grandview. We're visiting with Michael Rogers from Grandview High School as the coach of the blue team. See Foster try to do reverse backhand. That didn't fall through. So our players, you're saying, and Anthony Harden was talking about that too, how we have more talent than might be perceived nationally. You agree with that?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. You know, for some reason, they don't think that Colorado is a basketball state. You know, it's more of a football. Come here and find a couple of pitchers for baseball, some of those sports. But, you know, for some reason, unless we have somebody like Deron Davis from a couple years ago who, you know, was well known, they just don't come here. So our kids have to get out on the circuit, get known, and then, you know, we follow up with the coaches afterwards. But right there, I tell them when they go out there, I said, that part is getting noticed. I said, they still want to come see if you can play in a system and follow coaching.
Yes, and you know, when you say the word system, I mean, you just won a championship because you have a system with well-defined roles, right?
Right.
You need to be able to play within that.
Right. And, you know, are you coachable?
Right.
You know, how do you handle it if a coach gets on you, now that you're just not running up and down the court, now you got to run a play, set a screen, you know, do your part to make sure that the play works.
Just saw Chase Hettinger with a dunk, and there's Tyson Gilbert doing his thing. These guys all seem coachable to you?
Yes, they wouldn't be here if they weren't.
Okay, a fair thing. It's an all-star event. You'd think these are the me players, but yet because they're successful, they earn the right to be invited.
Right.
And that would go against what you might think intuitively, right?
Right. And
they're not me guys.
Right.
They wouldn't be invited.
There's a few guys out there probably
Foster with the dunk there.
a few guys out there, talent-wise, they could be here, but they're not, the best kid or easy to coach, or maybe have a little bit of an attitude that their coach is like, well, I'd rather you take this kid than him. So, it's rewarding the kids, the right kids.
Team players will get noticed, won't they?
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will, and then you'll get invited here.
I mean, just take mine, for example, Dane. He averaged 13, 14 points a game. A lot of these guys average, 18 in the mid to low 20s. But he did the right thing at the right time, and everybody realized, what type of player he is.
Yeah, now he's got a state championship title under his belt on his resume. And, he's a good example, too, playing for you. Saw Thistlewood on one end and then back down the other way from Overland. Tucson Redding hits an outside shot. I don't know if you called bank on that. Michael Rogers from Grandview. Hey, congratulations on your championship. Get well.
Thanks.
And he's got to go run over and work on subbing in and out with a pretty good basketball team full of all-stars. All right. Thanks. Appreciate that, Coach. Again, Michael Rogers from Grandview. He will sashay back over to the blue team bench and rotate these guys around. Boy, that's two coaches we've had from pretty good programs, as you see Dalen Kuntz from East High get the jam down. I mean, really what they're trying to explain is Colorado has a lot more talent than maybe perceived across the country, and that's why you get to watch this here on a globally available broadcast produced by Stream It Sports, the show 2018, and these are the top 20 players. Barbie, who is a multi-talented guy. We mentioned before, he's on his way to play at Iowa Western Community College. He'll start at football and then likely move over to a better conference. Kuntz has been scoring some points. Another layup from the lefty. Kuntz saw the replay right there. Fugit driving, up in the air, gets away from a couple of hand taps waist high. Not going to knock that ball loose, especially against a guy like Fugit. There's a good follow from Kuntz. Maston on the floor, Sam Maston. Stop and release that one. Does not fall. Not only did both of the 5A coaches, as Hume drives, Thistlewood defends, and now Barbie down the court and unable to get his shot to fall. There's a good follow from Ronnie DeGray. Here's a replay here of Hume driving. Look at the length of Thistlewood, future Drake player out of Golden High. And there's more of Bodie Hume. But after talking to two of the Class 5A player or coaches, one of their messages, and it seemed they'd agreed, there's better talent here in Colorado than perceived. And then when I was talking about are there guys that really benefit from this type of event, well, he's shooting free throws right now. Both of them. Talking about this guy, Bodie Hume out of Sterling, who will be playing at Northern Colorado up in Greeley for Jeff Linder. And what a nice piece he will be playing in the Big Sky Conference. And then you think of guys like Chase Hettinger, seen him out of Castleview. Make by Ronnie DeGray. As you see Fugit going up, and he can't get the layup to fall. Maston follows. Fugit's interesting because he is a senior, and I went ahead and just personally sourced him and wanted to see as Tucson Redding gets a bucket right there. And Fugit has the basketball right now at George Washington High School, a state finalist in Class 5A. But Fugit says he does have opportunities being offered to him. JUCO route. Kuntz with another dunk. A Mountain West team has entered the picture for John L. Fugit. Like, okay. And he said local D2s are also talking to him. He'll be one of those late decisions, as you see the slam delivered by Ronnie DeGray III. There will be lots of opportunities for Ronnie DeGray. Harch showing that outside shot. There's the replay of DeGray getting up there. One-hand stuff. Under 15 seconds left in the third quarter here at the show 2018 at Auraria Event Center in Denver, Colorado. We're downtown. Good spot to be. Colorado's version of our madness. I know there's some dads across the way, probably have the March Madness Live app rolling right now, checking the scores. I know I was. Loyola got through, that's a good thing. Another message of find the right fit and you can make some great stuff happen. There's a bunch of these guys who will be doing that in their future. And then there's also quite a few that are participating here in this game that still have high school level eligibility left. Think of Joel Scott, Ronnie DeGray, Dane Prim, Kobe Sanders, Quan Marble, Kenny Foster, Chase Hettinger. They all have more years to come, at least one, at the high school level. So while Maroon 5 plays over the PA, we'll get ready for the final 8 minutes of the show 2018. The top 20 basketball players in the state of Colorado. Tucson Redding. Remember that Overland Grade 8 squad under head coach Danny Fisher. Boy, that was a nice look right there. Redding gets one to fall there. Looks like Redding and Gilbert have a little thing going. Gilbert matches. Now, hop step can't miss Tucson because he's got those baby blue shoes going, and those kicks, well, elevated him, and he hits the three. So Tucson has some plans and agenda as he's checked in for this fourth quarter here. Meanwhile, this is a 1-point game. Brandon Sullivan looks like they're trying to get him an opportunity to get a shot off. A little short on that, front of the rim. In this game, it seems like the guys have been cognizant of making sure everybody gets the touches. And then you kind of see there's some favorites developing. Oh, early on, they really wanted to get it to Bodie Hume. Well, there's some defense. Gilbert steals it away. Hustle down the floor until Quan Marble takes it away. Redding up and can't get it to Hettinger. Marble with the follow down the floor gets that one to fall down. It's still a 1-point ball game. And usually that's not something that, you know, we necessarily strictly follow, as Chase Hettinger from Castleview hits the three. But I know this from being involved in the event that's branded as the show over the years. When it's been tight getting late, the guys do compete like they want to get that W. I think the last year at the Pepsi Center, we had an overtime game, which hadn't occurred before. Shout to Brian Carey at Texas Southern, by the way. Carey, who knows that East High School program really well. And so does that young man. Marble feeds. LaRose, dunk. About 5.5 minutes left. It's a rare attempt we get to see from Sanders out of Chaparral. What a great year it was for the Chaparral Wolverines under Coach Truesdell, making it to the grade 8. So think of who I'd mentioned in the second half here with both DeGray and Sanders, who are participants at the show, and they both will be returning to the Chaparral Wolverines. Kind of settled down in shots. Mr. Gilbert's been quite active here in the second half. He seems to be in command. And they definitely wanted to get a shot for Sanders. So Sanders gets that shot down. 3 to fall for the 2020 out of Shap and Parker. And we have about 4.5 minutes left. There's a good look at the release, and we'll take a break and come back in a moment on the show. No, we're going to keep it right here. Okay, we'll stay for a moment. Because action was reactivated. Kenny Foster. So Foster missed, Gilbert the other way. He lands one. Oh, yeah, that was actually Johnny Fugit out of George Washington High School. Scanning around, I don't see his head coach, Reggie Hammonds, in the facility. But that doesn't mean I don't have bad eyes. Barbie, bounce pass, Maston. And the guys are laughing. A double dribble violation in an all-star game. How about that? Well, our crew joked that if we get a lot of whistles, we'll walk, right? Or because we're on a college campus, we will haze the officials. One of them standing. By the way, the officials give them some love. Jerome Yancey, Armando Rivas, and Cliff Baker out on the floor. Barbie dunk. Marcel Barbie from the state champion football Pueblo South Colts. And his Pueblo South Colts also as a basketball team made the state final in 4A. Maston trying for the dunk. Can't get that one to fall. Greeley will still keep him. Foster back the other way. Challenged by Thistlewood, but a foul away from Foster, so an and-one opportunity. All-star style here for Kenny Foster. Kenny Foster have some laughs. Keep it real loose in an all-star event. But you do have to convert that, and he did. I mean, come on, you're a top 20. Marble. Maybe we'll do that. It's 95-94, as you see on the score bug. They're going to lay some rules. First to 3 digits, we call it. Oh, hello. Marcel Barbie. So we've seen him dunk on the interior. Barbie splashes the 3. And he got the blue team back up by 2. Hume trying to work there. Marble off. And underneath, Barbie trying to get that rebound. It was slapped loose, and white team's going to keep it. This is what I was talking about, and I've seen this happen. You know, that this event's, you know, with the name The Show, has occurred for nearly 2 decades. Is if it's tight like this late, they'll get after each other. And that's what's starting to happen here. And that's part of why they're excellent athletes, is they're competitive. Down the floor, DeGray, and he's followed and he's fouled. Well, and there's an example right there. Denying the easy bucket to Ronnie DeGray in an all-star game.
First team on white. To the line to shoot 7, Ronnie DeGray the third.
Maybe we should elevate our game in this situation. Tense moment here with a chance to tie. 2 at the line. Ronnie DeGray. DeGray missed that first one. This is to get to within 1. Okay, it's a 1-possession game. Harge over to Hume. Some defense applied by Marcel Barbie. Are we we're gonna go bonus and 1-on-1? Oh, it's underneath to Harge, and that's swatted away. That was actually Dalen Coots underneath. Blocked from behind by Janelle Fugit. For some reason, you see on camera, Kenny Foster disappears under the stands. Oh, he had to go shag a ball. Good help by Kenny Foster. somewhere out there, maybe his brother Chase is watching. Went to University of San Francisco. So even though it's getting a little competitive, there's also some fun happening here at the very end. Guys messing with each other. Because Michael Rogers from Grandview brought up the point. For a lot of these guys, this is the last time we'll watch them as high school athletes. Or basketball athletes. 1 point game, follow Maston. Showed some hops there. Thistlewood can't get it to fall. Hume going for rebounds. Look at Maston, he's battling. Under 2 to play. Sam strokes it, missed. And a late follow by Fugit down the floor. Dalen Coots, jam! For Dalen Coots. Yeah, that kid's going to go play at CU. And it's going to be fun to watch. Ooh. It's the second three-pointer of the fourth quarter for Marcel Barbie. 2-point game as Marble goes inside. Kick out to Hume. 3 splash. So guess what? 1 point game. Ooh, and a foul called on the spin move to the inside by Janelle Fugit.
Foul's called to number 3, Bodie Hume. Second team foul of the second half for the Wings.
See DeGray and Foster joking around over there. That does not ruin Fugit's attention at the line. We're now tied up, so for the lead. The G-Dub Patriot, Fugit. And he knows it too. Big smile as he releases. And sure enough, 1 point lead for the Blue. 70 seconds left. Foster working against Gilbert. Great defense on ball by the future CSU Pueblo Thunderwolf, Tyson Gilbert, and he has the basketball right now. Under 1 to play, 1 point game, 1 point lead for Gilbert and his blue team. Fugit inside and gets fouled. A lot of these guys, including the 2 guards that just were exchanging, there's no tense moments here because they just got done running through a tournament in Class 5A, and that includes Fugit right there at the line. They went to the state championship game under head coach Reggie Hammonds. Tyson Gilbert, Final Four team with Rock Canyon twice in a row. So a 3-point spread here. Will white team launch one from the outside? Yes, Foster off. Marble gets the rebound, so another 2 to get within 1 with about 35 seconds left. Tick, 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 tick. Gilbert showing handles, killing off clock. Marble challenging him. Look at this, the blue team's gonna hold the ball. Can we do 4 corners in an all-star game? I think the officials went ahead and made a decision. They blew the whistle. No, you're not gonna freeze the ball. Okay, under 15 left. And these guys can't help themselves. It's situational. I mean, you're down 1, you've got to foul. In the end, no matter what color jersey or where you're playing, it is bragging rights. These are competitive athletes. And you just want to say, I beat you. Let's break it down. And that's interesting. They have fouls to give. There are fouls to give. We are going to have a 1-on-1. Fugit fouled again. So this will be 1 in the bonus for Fugit. If he makes both, we will have a final shot from white team back on the other end. If I do recall, 2 years ago, we had a game-winning shot at the buzzer. 4-3 to win it. Here it is. Blue's going to keep possession of the basketball. That's why Marcel Barbie's over there. Look at it. He doesn't want to be in the corner. Oh, and they got a 2 from Gilbert on the inbounds pass. And now Foster's going to try to hoist one up. Oh, that would have been the foul and a tie. What is that? That would have been everything a head coach tries to warn you against happening. But few get challenged, Foster. So now do we see it? Try to miss it on purpose, make that first one. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so now you can't see off camera. To the right, Anthony Harden is elevated to talk to Kenny Foster about what to do. He's going to make that one. Okay, he's got one more. So now it's a 3-point spread. One more shot for Foster. Is he going to drive it off the front of the rim? Yep, he is. And he's got it. Oh! No. Lane violation. Oh, he executed that correctly, too. All right, well, this is it. Into Maston. And that'll be the end of the game. So blue team gets the win. Both squads do eclipse the century mark. Always fun to watch these guys as you see them shaking hands. That's Dane Prim with head coach Anthony Hardens on the right side there with the cap on to the right. And the guys kind of flush through and shake hands. They all know each other very well. Michael Rogers has already passed the end of the line on the left side off your monitor. By the way, shout to Nick from 9 News right in the middle of the screen. Give him some love. So we have some local media. There's Michael Rogers in the lighter blue, just to the right of the half-court line, above the word game. And he's standing next to, again, head coach Anthony Harden. So Grandview, Smoky Hill right there. We mentioned a couple times when we visited with Michael Rogers. Coach Rogers is the reigning 5A champions after winning the state tournament just a couple of weeks ago. So again, thank you so much to those guys for, well, their entire careers, all the seniors. We enjoyed watching you play. You think of, you know, those guys like Fugit, Maston, Barbie, Thistlewood, Gilbert, Pierce, Kuntz, Hume, LaRose, Nelson, Sullivan, Harge, Becker, and Redding. We appreciate you a lot. You guys were outstanding to watch and wish you the best in your future endeavors. For the rest of the guys who were not seniors out there on the floor, hey, we'll see you again next year, right? Definitely in the regular season and perhaps in the next show, which will be the 2019 version. So thank you so much for joining us. For the Stream It Sports production crew and everybody here in the facility, we say good night from the Aurora Event Center and downtown Denver.
That concludes our broadcast of the show, Boys Basketball All-Star Game. The show is a presentation of Biokats Sports Network, producers of showcase events and academic elite camps for student athletes. This has been a Stream It Sports production.